Hey folks, I'm Tom Vassell.
Jason Levine.
No matter where you live in the world, there's one thing we can all agree on. Pizza is great.
Only from New York.
I actually agree on that. But, actually no, I like Chicago pizza, but New York pizza is better. But this isn't even about either one of those. This is pizza made in Italy.
In Italy, which actually
which
is really
probably
good.
better than both of them, right?
It is. Italian pizza, if you've never had it, it's very doughy. It's very different than American pizza, but it's amazing.
So this is a game that's about delivering pizza, because the benefit of pizza is you're too lazy to go out of your house, so you have it delivered to you. So in this game, you are running a franchise of pizza places, delivering them to local areas, trying to get everyone to buy your pizza, I guess. But you're not competing with other people. It's more of a deliver or not deliver situation.
Yeah, like I have my neighborhood and I'm delivering, and you have a separate neighborhood that you're delivering to, and who could deliver better pizza?
Here's how it plays. Now the goal of this game is to deliver pizzas, and at the beginning of the game each player is going to get a lot of pizzas of their type. They're these little square discs, and you put stickers on each of them to show the little pizzas that you will be delivering. And really players get a lot of pieces. For example, here's all the pieces for brown that they have. And you're going to start with a pizzeria in front of you, and you're going to have neighborhoods that you're going to be delivering pizza to. And as the game goes by, you're going to be extending these neighborhoods, and you have to kind of connect street to street. So maybe I do something like this, and I'm going to be having pizzerias. And in fact, you can build other pizzerias as time goes by that might deliver to these different places. Each pizzeria has a certain number of pizzas that pizza can hold maximum, and then they'll be able to deliver a certain distance away. And when you deliver, you're going to place on top of the colored houses. There's yellow, green, and blue houses that are out there. And at the end of the game, you're going to get points for every pizza you have out there. Players will also have it, and you'll lose 1 point for each pizza that was not delivered that's on a pizzeria. Players also have this board here. It's kind of like a technology board of sorts, and they're going to be keeping track here of the different numbers that they have, and these numbers are going to increase your actions over the game. And if you have all of them over in a certain column, but at least a certain column, you'll get that many points at the end of the game. And if you get them all the way across, you'll get points. Those are the only points in the game: delivering pizzas and increasing your technology tracks. And the way you're going to be doing that is with this player board here. Each round of the game, and there's 4 rounds, you're going to be putting out tiles here. They're hard to see because the board itself has printed stuff on it. I mean, it's very beautiful, but it is hard to see. But players can be taking turns placing out their workers one at a time on different tiles. When you place it on a tile, you can either take that tile and add it to your city, or you discard the tile and you take the action that's in that row or in that column. There are different actions that you can take. One action will give you money. How much money do you get? It depends where you are on the technology thing. So at the beginning of the game, you get 3 coins. One action lets you add more pizzas to one of your pizzeria. How many can you do? Well, you're going to pay for the number of pizzas that you'll add. So I might pay 3 to get 2 pizzas, but I'll get additional bonus free pizzas based on where my technology is here. You can also make a delivery. This is like a quick, fast, super delivery. You can deliver 1 pizza or 2 pizzas a certain number of spaces away. And then finally, this one here is going to let you make more deliveries during the delivery area. Now, how do you increase on the technology? Well, each tile that you have in your city will have a certain number of houses on it. The more houses, the harder it is, but it'll be worth more points at the end of the game. But when you completely fill up one of these regions with pizzas, then you get to move one on the track. Now, at the end of every round, after players have taken the tiles and or have done the actions, there's going to be a bidding route over here. And the way players will be bidding is they're going to be using a piece that they have and placing it in any column on the price. And they're going to be bidding for the tile that's at the top here. These tiles are going to change from round to round. This tile tells you how many pizzas you can deliver that round and how far away. Now, you can do this delivery multiple times if you have your delivery track up higher. So this, if it's up to 2, I can deliver 2 pizzas 1 space away each time. While if I have it here, I can deliver 4 pizzas twice and up to 3 spaces away from my pizzerias. So players are going to bid. When someone outbids you, you have to go somewhere else, but you can never go down. So for example, if I'm 9 and someone bids to an 11 here, I can't say, oh, I'll just bid on this tile for 4. No, I have to move over in the same column at the very least. Eventually, everyone has bid on a different tile. You will get that tile, but the person who gets the biggest tile will also be taking one of these tiles over here. Each person will take one of these tiles, which gives you either that action, which you can take immediately, or you can immediately increase your technology track on that tile. Then players will all make their deliveries, dropping the pizzas off from their pizzerias if they have them, on tiles that they can deliver to if they have them. Once players have done that, then whoever took the highest tile is going to be the first player for the next round, and then you will continue. These tiles will be wiped away. You'll put new tiles on. Whoever puts the most tiles on, you put more tiles on, whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner. All right, well, I often get on games for having the same boring themes. So I'm going to give props when I see something different. This game could have been a delivery game about all sorts of things, but they chose pizza as a theme, and that's a fun theme. And it's really cool that there's those little pizzas to deliver. Now, I cannot speak for my daughter, but I will speak for, I guess, I did not sticker all those little pizzas, but she did, and she says it was a real pain.
That's what I heard too.
But they look really cool, right?
Yes.
Good job, Melanie. So I want to say cool to the theme. The only thing about the theme was what I mentioned at the beginning, how it's a little weird that if you're in my neighborhood, you get pizza from me, or you get no pizza. We're not really...
Yeah, it's not like...
We're not really competing.
It's not like you're Pizza Hut and I'm Domino's and we're trying to both sell to the same house. It's more like we both have a Domino's pizza, and my Domino's pizza is selling to New York and your Domino's pizza is selling to Chicago.
And we're reporting to the boss, and he's like, who was the best person at selling pizza?
Exactly.
Right. Now, the core mechanism of the game, I really like. I'm always a big fan of grids anyway. But when you put the worker down and you're getting the tile or one of two actions, that's solid. That's a really good mechanism. You have to sit there and go, do I really want this tile or do I want the action? And that coupled with the technology of moving up the actions, that's really fun. To me, if that wasn't in the game, the rest of the game is whatever. The delivering the pizzas and the auction and all that jazz. The part about putting the tiles down and building your town and stuff, that's my favorite part.
That's the meat of the game. The meat of the game, and not toppings we're talking about, but actually in the game, is that you have that grid and you're trying to determine, do I want to go here for a tile? Do I want to go here for the action? If I go in these areas, I also get the most going across or the most going down, so I'm going to get money, which will come back to me later so I can use it to spend on things. And there's so many choices in that of where you want to go, what colors you want, because the color tile you pick is going to determine which tech you could raise. It's very, very interesting choices, and it leads to a very solid game.
Yeah, I like that part a lot. Now, the game is good. I don't think the game is great. There's a couple things that detract from it for me. One is the auction. Now, I don't mind auctions that much. I don't love them. I don't dislike them. But in this game, the auction feels tacked on. There's this big auction track and putting things down. And it's one auction, right? So a couple things. You're like, how much am I bidding here? I don't know. Because it does matter. Because you want to go first next turn. You want to be able to deliver more pizzas.
And you want to pick the tile that you could tech up in of the four colors.
It almost feels like it's this little thing that was thrown in the game that if I was developing the game, I'd be like, we don't need this. Whatever. The first person to pass, in the round gets to go first or something.
Yeah.
That would be more interesting to me. That kind of auction is interesting, but it never actually was interesting.
No, because it was more like it felt like a rich gets richer, because if you spend more money in the auction, you get to go first, which means you get the best choice of tile in the next round. So the rich kind of get richer, and you're also obviously picking a place where you're going to get one of the $3 coins, so you're going to get more money, which means that you could bid more in the next auction. And I felt the same way about the auction.
And the other thing, and this is a minor thing and not a huge thing, I felt like you get points for delivering pizzas, and you get points for moving on your technology track, and that's kind of it, and that's fine, but it's going to come down to, the point spread's never going to be big on purpose, I guess, for that reason, but I never felt like, I can't tell who's winning.
No, not at all.
Over the course of the game, right? So I don't really know what's going on. I hope we're doing a good job. And you get to the end, you're like, oh, okay. And it's good, but it felt slightly less than satisfying. Now, it's still a good game. For me, my awesomeness rating of this one is a 7. Part of that's because of the theme. I really like the theme a lot. And the components and everything. And I like I should pause here, though. Component-wise, the board is too busy. The tiles are great, but the main board that you put the tiles on should have had like a 50% wash on it.
Yeah.
Because you can't, it's hard to see the tiles when they're placed there. And I wish that was easier.
It's beautiful looking board. It's like this great Italian neighborhood. It just is so much when you're putting tiles on top of it.
Right, it gets busy. But anyway, I love the components, I love the theme, and I love that whole grid selection thing. Really cool. I could drop the auction, and delivering the pizzas isn't as exciting at the end as you might think. It's just like putting them out there. But still, package all together, solid game. My ranking, 7.
Well, for me, I'm going to give it an awesomeness rating of 6. I felt that the delivery theme wasn't as strong as it could have been in this game, and I felt it was more of a tech game, but the tech wasn't that exciting because, as we said, everyone's kind of teching up the same, and it's not like you could distinguish yourself from other people, really, and everyone was teching up about the same, and the tech tree gave you the points.
Pushes you to tech everything, right?
Yes.
So it's not like there's not a huge benefit for like being the pizza maker as opposed to the pizza deliverer.
Correct. So it just didn't do it for me in the same way as other games do. So that's why I'm giving it an awesomeness rating of 6.
But you didn't dislike it.
No, I didn't dislike it. It would have gotten a much lower rating if I disliked it. It just wasn't strong. I wasn't like, yes, I got to go out and play this again and again and again kind of game.
Okay. Well, I still want to give kudos to Quintet Games for having a cool theme, and I like the look and everything of the game is neat. That is Papa Paolo. Pizza.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.